Well, good morning, everyone. I'm saying good morning because we had a little change in our program schedule. Our next guest, we had to pivot to accommodate his schedule. So it's actually Sunday morning. Good morning, all. This is episode 8. I can't believe it. We're at 8. And today's guest is a really funny guy. He is hysterical. He is the new owner of the Noon Bar on the corner of East Meadow Avenue and Prospect. His name is Danny Price. He and I had a few laughs the other night. He's really a terrific guy, new business owner in East Meadow. So without further ado, let's bring him on. Bring on Danny.
What's up, Eileen? How are you?
How are you?
Thanks for again jigging around things for me. I appreciate it.
Hey, listen, thank you. Like I said, those coffee martinis, they were good.
You only had 3. The damage is only done when you have 4. That's when the real stuff happens. So
But I didn't.
You're good.
Okay, so I know a little bit about you because you were so kind enough to actually respond to me when you were out of the country.
When I was where? I'm sorry.
When you were out of the country.
I was, yeah. I was at home in Ireland, yeah.
And coincidentally, you and I have family that live pretty close to each other in the other country.
That's right, yeah. You got to get back there.
I wonder if our listeners can guess where you're from. So please tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm originally from Ireland, a place called County Offaly, right in the middle of Ireland, halfway between Dublin and Galway. Nobody really knows it. And I moved over here 11 years ago. I always wanted to live here and just ended up on a whim getting over here. Been working in bars ever since. And long story bearable, my wife is from Merrick, and that's how we ended up out here.
Oh, that I didn't know.
Yeah, she's from Merrick. We lived in Virginia for a while. We lived in New York City for a while, but then we ended up settling in East Meadow. And we bought the Noon Inn, and that's how we became here.
How long have you lived in East Meadow, Danny?
We've lived here about since we spent maybe 6 months or so in her house in Merrick, and then we moved here when we moved back from Virginia in 2017.
Yeah.
So about 4 years.
Well, how do you like it? How do you like East Meadow?
I love it here, and we were even here like maybe 2, almost 3 years before we opened the Noon, and our son goes to school here. Finn, he's 6. He's over in Parkway.
Okay.
And I love it. We got to know a lot of people through the bar, and they're fantastic. It's a great place. It really is.
Awesome. That was actually my next question is, how did you actually find the spot for the Noon? Was this something that you had planned that you wanted to do when you were searching for a location?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was in the city bartending in a great little spot called Jameson's on 2nd Avenue. I was there for a few years, and I was getting, even before the pandemic, it unfortunately got shut down with the pandemic,
right?
All that nonsense. And I was always trying to get rid of the commute, basically. Like I was getting on the train in Belmore at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, getting off at 6 o'clock the next morning. That was my life for like 5 days a week, and it was great. Like I loved it in there, but I always wanted a little place out closer to home that I would be able to, just have the short commute and kind of do my own thing. And I was looking around. I looked at a few places like around Belmore. Anytime I seen a for rent sign, I just pop in or give the landlord a call. But this place, I mean, it was the previous owners did a good job on a build out, and there was a lot of work that I could just do myself. So from a financial aspect, it was like, all right, I'm taking a risk, but it was manageable. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it kind of fit the bill, and then I decided on how it got the name. There was a Noon Inn. You don't know that? No. So there was a Noon Inn. Every East Meadow resident should know this. This is
okay.
This is a lesson. Where the Memorial Park is now, right across from Jim Skinner's, the pest place.
Yeah.
ANC Pest Management. They have there was an inn there went through different stages, different names, but it was there till 1963, and one of its names was the Noon Inn. Its owner was John Noon. It's actually when the park was taken over, the Hefners, they owned that land.
Okay.
One of their stipulations with it, because it was eminent domain, so they had to go along with it. And one of their stipulations was that the Noon Inn was taken down bit by bit and rebuilt as it stood. So as it stood in East Meadow, it's over in the Bethpage, the village. The Bethpage is a restoration village.
Yes,
Yeah.
restoration.
So the original Noon Inn is over there.
So both my kids have done the Bethpage Restoration Village tour. I was lucky enough to be class mom, so I went.
Nice.
I didn't see it, but man, I'm gonna go back. Well, I don't need to go back because we got a new Noon Inn.
Yeah, we got one here. I'm sure both of them have great stories, but yeah.
And they serve a mean martini. I'll tell you that.
You drink a mean martini.
I'll change it up next time. I can't. Next time it's going to be a pumpkin martini, so be ready, okay?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
I love fall.
Yeah.
So how has the community welcomed you and responded to you? Tell me.
They were brilliant. They were like from the get-go. We still have people coming in, that haven't got a chance to visit the place, be it just, to do their own thing, and with all that's going on, a lot of people still aren't comfortable coming out. So we're seeing new faces. But from the get-go, the people, I've met so many fantastic people around, and they're just nice, down to earth, normal people. They're just looking for a good time. We had we're not even there a year. The laughs we've had in that place, and the friends I've met.
Yeah.
I mean, there's groups of kids that come in. The Carlins down the street. You got Brian Cavan, all these guys. They're all super people. You know Brian, yeah.
Of course.
They're just like the funniest. We've had some great laughs over the whole thing, and even we had when we opened. We were open 11 days, and then we had to start closing at 10 o'clock.
Right.
There was a couple of nights we didn't close at quite 10, but they were great. People have been just fantastic. It's a great town, and I've been enjoying getting to know people, because we didn't get to know, like, we knew, we go to Merrick, we go to Belmore. My in-laws own a third rail in Belmore.
Yes.
So we went there, but like I never got to know anybody in East Meadow. So it's been fantastic.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And one of the biggest things, first of all, when I came in on Friday, I really wanted to come in because I wanted to meet you before we sat down and did this. And the second I walked in, the first thing you said to me was, "Hello, Eileen."
I do my research too, Eileen.
And I said to you, "My song's not playing. What's up with that?"
Oh, come on, Eileen. Oh, God. We got there's better songs than that, Eileen.
Listen.
We have to find a new Eileen song, so we do.
Eileen is not a usual name. That is my claim to fame. Okay?
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it to you. I'll let you slide on this one.
That's it. That's the only thing. There's the only song ever named after me.
A wedding classic.
No, actually, there's another song that's sung traditionally at an Irish wedding, and it's a very long song. Each person takes a part, and it goes on and on and on and on and on. Do you know what song I'm talking about?
I do not.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to post a video clip when we post this, because I have watched. I think is the most fantastic thing.
I'd like to see that. Yeah, it's funny. Like, you guys, like, when I attend weddings in Ireland,
yeah,
we listen to Guns N' Roses and Lynyrd Skynyrd. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Over here, yeah, you guys are more Irish than us most of the time.
No, this is a song that I saw on social media, and it was about the limb on a tree and the tree.
Oh, I know exactly what song you're talking.
You know what song?
The Bog Down in the Valley.
That's it.
The Bog Down in the Valley. There was a tree. Okay,
so
that's a classic.
You know that song, right? There's no way. I don't care how many martinis you serve me, I will ever get those words right.
You don't have to. You can just go along with it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. The next time I come in, I'm gonna make sure I get him down, and you and I are gonna sing that song.
I'm down. I have faked the words of that song many times. I'd gladly do it again.
I see. Okay, so I have to practice.
Yeah. The bog down in the valley of. I have a friend who knows it inside out. And even when I was home a couple of weeks ago, we were at a 40th birthday party and he sang it, and it was like it was
It's
ridiculous.
fun.
It's brilliant.
I'm gonna tell you that we're gonna make that a new tradition at the Noon Inn.
I like it.
Learn that song to come in, and then
I like
we'll whole bar singing it. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
That'll be
Definitely.
something. That'll really be something. So I am so glad to meet you, because as soon as I walked in and you looked at me and you said, "Hello, Eileen," I immediately knew. I said, "I like this guy," and you were just the face that you have on now. Your smile. That's it. Like that's how you. That's how you are the whole time I was there, and you can see you really enjoy what you do.
Yeah, it's something I think you have to enjoy it. It's one of these things that, especially in America, like you can do very well bartending. It's not rocket science, but there's so many people that are bad at it. Like I
Mhm,
go into bars, the first thing I always see, like it's the person behind the bar, and
mhm.
sometimes they have this face on them. You know they don't want to be there, and it's just so uncomfortable. It's like, why are you behind there if you don't want to be behind there? And I tell that to, like, I got great people working with me now,
Yeah,
and they're like, well, I never bartended before. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about mixing the drinks, making the drinks. That is literally the
yeah,
second, it's second in line. Talk to people, be nice to people,
yes,
and you will be fine. Like 90% of my business is cans of beer and draft beer. It's not rocket science.
yeah.
That is, and even when I was in the city, I worked in a bar in the city I worked in a few bars in the city, but every bar I worked in, people came to see you. They can go to CVS and buy a bottle of Budweiser. It's not,
Right,
they don't care about that. They're coming to see you and to forget about their lives, as Billy Joel says, for a while,
yeah,
and get away from it and have a bit of a laugh. Like everyone that goes to a bar wants a laugh. You can give them a laugh. That's you're doing
yes.
your job. I don't care about drinks.
Well, you did a fantastic job welcoming me. I brought two friends with me. They had been there previous,
Yeah,
and they loved it.
we
They
got the
loved
sangria coming back. You can tell them too. It's coming
I
back
will,
next week.
yes, I will make sure I tell it's what was in the sangria that made it a fall sangria?
Yeah, it's a secret, I think.
Well,
I
listen.
think I think what made it the fall sangria is the rim. Actually, it's a cinnamon
Ooh.
brown sugar and caramel rim, and that's really what makes it the fall. It's really nice. It's addictive. But
Listen, I'm usually just a wine girl, but
yeah,
that night I really wanted a coffee martini. I hadn't had one in years, and I just had in my head I just wanted one.
yeah.
And of course, that led me to, well, you made a really good one. Let's see how we
Let's
do.
see if he can replicate the first one. I've been there. I've been
But
there.
listen, Danny, I had such a good time, and as far as you renovating it, you've got a lot more space than was ever there before, which
Yeah.
is fantastic. So I wanted to ask you, if somebody wanted to have like a small birthday party or a gathering, you rent out the bar, correct?
I do, yeah. We've had a couple of events that people, they rented out for a few hours. I had Ken and Teresa Nicolini rented it out for the Kentucky Derby.
Yes, she was there that night.
You were there? No,
Yeah.
who was there?
No. I saw her the other night.
Okay, yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
She's fantastic. They're great regulars, great people.
yeah.
But
Our kids went to school together.
they dressed up. They were looking dapper. They had food. It was a brilliant day. It was one of the best days we've had fun wise. It really was.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were
yeah.
great.
I
But
got
yeah,
an
we do all that stuff. We make it work.
I have an idea of something.
I'm, I'm down.
You know what? I gotta tell you, you're like the kind of friend that I could get in trouble with, but good trouble.
Yeah, yeah. It's usually good trouble. Yeah,
I
that's the
like
kind of
that.
trouble you want to get into.
I like that. So we could have an event, and bring in just some snacks and some food, and that would be okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Many people do it. Yeah.
So, what number should people call you?
They can call me on my. I usually just give people my cell number.
If you're comfortable.
Yeah, of course. It's 914-258-2582.
Okay. Or they can step in and have a drink and
Stop in and talk to me. Yeah, or talk to anyone that's working there. We can make it happen for sure.
One of the things that you and I talked about was the importance of having a store occupied.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Rather than being vacant.
It's everything. No matter what's there, it just looks better for the town.
100%. And you live in East Meadow.
Yeah.
I have always said most of our business owners live in our community.
Yeah.
So you live in our community. Your child goes to our school.
Yeah.
We have to support you.
Absolutely. And that's I'm a big believer of that, not just because I'm in business, but because of exactly what you said. It's part of the community.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many great businesses around, like, and everything, even from the 7-Eleven across the street from me, Jane, she's one of the best people I've ever met.
Woman.
She's the hardest freaking worker. She does like 16-hour days there sometimes, you know. I bring her over a margarita some nights. Don't tell her I said that. I hope she's listening. And then, like, you know, La Novella, Mike, right beside us, down the street, Majors, the Barrel Inn, Richie and all that crew, Bob Russo, Garden Social, those guys are fantastic. Matt at Brooklyn Dip, everything is here.
Yeah.
You know, it's everything you need is here. They're all, so that's why you just gotta keep that in mind when people are going anywhere.
You have to keep that in mind because that's what fuels our communities. And as you said, nobody wants to see a vacant storefront.
Yeah.
So you and I joke a little bit about it was glad to see you in good health, we should say.
Yes.
You had a little incident that was unfortunate about a month ago.
Yeah.
So you know, and I did tell you there was a lot of people that really care about you and were hoping for the best, and there was a lot of different rumors. So you know,
yes, there was.
I know there was, but you know what that means? That means that you've made an impression already, and people care so much, and I think that's really wonderful. So you know, you look great. You've got 2 years, and
I have 2. They don't work too well, but the hair is thinning. But yeah, it's all right. All is good.
And you're okay.
Yeah, I'm good. And as you say, like stuff happens in bars. It happens all the time, and that's just part of the business, unfortunately. But the outreach. Now, waking up the next morning and I see you looking at Facebook here, and I was pretty much dead, was kind of disturbing. But he's not going to make it. Send prayer. I'm like, oh, but it's very nice. People that reached out. There was people. It's again, the East Meadow people are fantastic. You know.
That is so
wonderful. Fire department. I had like guys from the fire department come over here with, you know, a bunch of. They send me the edible arrangements, and like nearly, you know, there was hundreds of dollars worth of gift cards for food and everything. Those guys are also fantastic. Like, they're all. It was like, you know, terrible thing, but what came out of it, I was like really, really touched by it, you know.
Well, I'm sorry that it happened to you because you really are such a nice guy.
Yeah, it happens.
Unfortunately, now, I'm sorry, you agree with me. You're such a nice guy.
Not all people think that. You should talk to my wife, see what she says. But she usually thinks I'm a nice guy.
I'm sure she thinks you're a nice guy. I just said, you know, it's an unfortunate situation, but I'm glad that you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
And you know, I'm living here 22 years, and you know, I told you I've run the gamut. I've been PTA, and I volunteered doing this, and I'm on this committee, and I'm on that committee, and I do these things because I love my community. And you go on social media, and you can see somebody bashing a business, or you know, maybe they didn't have experience. So you know what? Then don't post that.
That's 100%. I mean,
Don't post that.
99 times out of 100, if you have a problem in a
Right.
business and you address it there and then, they
Yes.
will fix it. And if they don't, it's on them. They will fix it. But it's an awful thing now that what happens a lot is people just don't say anything, and then they go home and then they post and they bash it, and it's not fair. Small business is very hard, as people know.
Yes.
People work very hard, and when someone bashes it, thankfully I haven't had that experience in the Noon Inn yet, but I've had other places that I did, and I was like,
Yeah.
come on, man, you said you were there. I asked you, is everything good? And you said, yeah, everything's great. And then you leave and you do this. It's wrong. It's really wrong.
Yeah. I'm an optician by trade, and many years ago, I had a woman, and she wasn't happy with something that we had done. There was a problem with her glasses, and she was very upset, very emotional. Are you hearing me okay?
You're kind of cutting in and out.
Let me see what's going on.
Is it like a signal thing? I mean, the picture is fine. That's working. Just kind
Is
of
this
going.
better? Is this
I mean,
better?
no, it's still
Coming
cutting
in
in.
a little bit?
Can you hear me fine, or yeah?
I can hear you fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I can lip read. Can't, but we'll figure it out. I just tell lies. It's fine.
Okay. So my only point was this. Unless that woman let me know she wasn't happy, she didn't give me the opportunity to fix the problem.
Exactly.
And you know what happens? I fixed the problem. I hugged her. And she came back year after year after year.
Oh yeah, it's so important. It's exactly that. When you have the chance to turn a negative into a positive, and people can see that you go above and beyond and really care, it's much. People will forget what the problem was and realize that you're just you care about what you do. So it's important to do that. Just say it at the time. It's not an issue. You're not going to be told to get out or anything.
Right. Yeah. But if there's a problem, give me the opportunity to, one, know about it.
Yeah.
And then, two, fix it, because complaints aren't necessarily a bad thing.
No, you need to know these things as well. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. It gives us an opportunity to learn from a mistake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, let's go back to the Noon. Are there any specials? Is there anything that you want to let us know about?
Yeah, I mean, well, we try and do something, most days. Monday is happy hour all day. We have happy hour till 6 every day.
Okay.
So, like, a bit of cheap booze. We got on Sundays, Saturdays and Sundays, because we don't have a kitchen, the brunch was kind of a non-runner.
Yeah.
But then I decided, I was like, we need to get some people in here. So what they do is we do a BYOB, bring your own brunch.
I love it.
So it's a bottomless deal for $20, 21 cents for 2 hours. All you can drink mimosas, or if you want to do Spellinis, anything like that. And we do rosé. But people are catching on to it. They're bringing, like, the guys will bring a bagel, sit down, drink a load of booze. I've had one woman that had a full spread. She brought she had French toast, she had everything, and it was really cool. Yeah, she had six of her friends come. She laid out the whole table herself, and it was brilliant. It's just a kind of a gimmick to get let people know that we're doing something for it. Unfortunately we don't have a kitchen, so we're limited. But I was like, just if you want to bring your own food, do that, and it's really fun. So it is.
I think that is brilliant, and also, it's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, that's and because we're so limited. Like, I'd love to have to be people like, as I said, the kitchen wise, and storage. There's no basement. Let's put a kitchen in there. Okay, well, where do I put my ice machine, my freezers? There's a lot of moving parts, and I have a couple of plans to try and do something.
Okay.
But you're going to be very limited there, no matter what you do with the space.
Yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of things that you can do, because my glass is always half fill.
That's it. Absolutely. That's
make sure my glass is always half fill.
Oh, you're cut off, Eileen. After that, I have to cut you off.
You know what? I have to tell you, I think you are just a nice guy. And I wanted to do this because it's really important, especially for a newer business, that people get to see you and see what a nice guy you are and how important it is to support you because you live in our community. I'm sure you shop in our community, your child goes to school in our community, your friends are in our community. And so we're going to make sure that you get the support you need. And I'm always here. So if you ever need anything, but I'm gonna practice that song. And so the next time you come, I walk in the door, you can say hi Eileen, and then go.
Oh Lord, a rotten bog, the bog down in the valley, oh. That's all I know.
Well, you better practice it before the next time I come in, okay?
I will have it ready.
Bring
I promise.
a gang with me.
I am ready to rock always.
I'm bringing Eileen's gang with me, okay?
Absolutely, I love it. Bring them all.
You know, by the way, I have a son. He's 24. I know you're shocked because I look so young.
That's crazy.
And I said to him, I'm at the noon, and he said, what are you doing there? I'm having a drink. And he said, well, I go there. And
Do I know your son?
I don't think you do, but I told him next time to introduce himself because
tell him to make himself known and make sure he's looked after.
Oh, you believe me, you're gonna know who he is. But he said it's a really nice place. And he and his girlfriend, they love it. So
awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, like, what do you go to my place? Wait a second, buddy.
Drinking martinis, leave mama alone.
Wait a second, buddy. You don't own claim to any place, okay?
Exactly.
I can go where I want to go. But listen, I want to thank you for taking time away from your family on a Sunday. I know you're probably tired and you want to relax a little bit, but it has been absolutely great.
No, thank you. Thanks for having me. You guys, again, you've been great. Everyone is great in this town. So I'm very happy to be a part of it.
Listen, you made this so easy. I have to say, you made this so easy for me.
Well, when you talk for a living, Eileen, that's what I do. So unfortunately, I have to be good at
I talk for a living too.
See, you're good at it too. I knew it.
And we're both Irish.
That's it. The gift of the gab.
That's right. My father told me, my father's from Letterkenny, Donegal. I told you that. He told me once that I must have kissed the Blarney Stone. I think he told me that when I was about 7.
That's a good sign. I tell you, you're better off than like that than not talking. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Good to talk.
All right, listen, my friend, go enjoy the rest of the day. And
thank you, Eileen.
I'm going to practice that song, and I will see you soon, okay?
Absolutely. Thanks again, okay?
All righty, listen, you be well, all right?
I appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.